you and I both have done our share of reading children's books,
Oh,
Sean. You to your two young sons. Me, I've gone around the community here in Las Vegas, and so I've put some pages in. You know what I'm saying? What I will say is that a good children's book is a cherished thing. And our next guest is an author of some very successful books available right now that motivate and inspire the young ones.
absolutely. Charisse Williams. She's from Vegas, but she's joining us now from Italy. What is it
Wow.
like? Oh my
Yay!
goodness, I'm jealous. How are you, Charisse?
I'm good. Thank you so much, Sean and JJ, for having me and allowing me to share my children's book and stories to everybody in Las Vegas. I'm super excited.
It is great getting a chance to talk with you. Let's talk about becoming a children's book author. What inspired you to do this in the first place? What gave you this idea to say, you know what, I can inspire kids. Let me put pen to paper.
Well, Sean, at a young age, I was told no. I was told that I couldn't achieve such big dreams at a young age. And that negative trigger really inspired me to do something positive and be able to reach the children um, in all ways, shapes, or form, whether it's sports, whether it's education or children's books. And I've always wanted to write children's book. And I had this idea of, I wanted to write a children's book that motivates, inspires, and encourages children to never give up, work hard, be beyond great in everything that you do. And that's what I did. I took the time and I mapped out my idea of how I wanted to deliver these children's books. And when I had my children, they really motivated me and pushed me to make my vision and my dream reality.
That's awesome.
I just love to hear this. I'm getting chills. Sean and I both have talked about on the show, having positive things come out of people saying we couldn't do it. So we know where you're coming from. Boy, have you done it. So these books are now available at Walmart, Barnes and Noble, on Amazon. And we're looking at some of the titles behind you. Tell us about each book individually.
Okay, so my very first book, I released it last June 10th, 2020. That was Princess Heart Learns to Tumble. It's about a little girl who really wants, her and her family were at a park, and she saw these other children doing cool gymnastics tricks, and she says, Mom, Dad, I want to do gymnastics. And her parents weren't able to afford it at the moment there, so she found this amazing tumbling book that was sitting under a tree, and it was a book that taught her how to learn everything that she wanted to know. There were some challenges. I won't tell you everything, but there were some challenges and some trials and errors, but Princess Heart overcame it, and you have to read the story to see what happens at the end.
Very
And
cool.
then I also wrote a book, Penny D's First Basketball Game. And with that, everything is always new when you're going into a transitional school. So Penny D is going into the sixth grade, and he's nervous. He is wanting to play basketball, and his father is very involved and tells him that you can't just walk on and say, okay, I want to make the team. You have to put in work. You have to be dedicated. You have to be determined. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfection and perfect. So you have to continue to practice these skills to be great in it. So he never gave up, and I won't tell you to see if he makes the basketball team or not. And then my other book that I wrote, which is the second series to Princess Heart Learns to Tumble, is Princess Heart Learns to Cheer. She's also an older girl going into the sixth grade, and she's dealing with bullying, self-doubt, just a lot of the self-doubt that children go through in the sixth grade or going into middle school.
Oh, yeah.
And I really wanted a book, something that I've been through in my middle school time, and just to have, that conversation with my mother, like, you can do it. Never allow anyone, to tell you can't, because you can. The question is, do you want to? And if you don't try, you'll never know. So she decides to try out for the cheerleading team. And, like I said, she had the bullies and the self-doubt, and she didn't want to do it. So You have to read the story to see what happens at the end.
Of
And
course.
then my final book, I have more of my Princess Heart books that will be releasing this year, and Penny D. But I also did a coloring book that was based on both of the series for children to color and create their colorful pictures of their own to the books. And both of these books are inspired by my beautiful children. I have a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old, and that really pushed me and motivated me for them to see themselves when they get older. Like, I can do whatever I put my mind to, and these books are going to be the books that help them, motivate them, and inspire them to make a dream, vision, or goal reality.
That's fantastic. I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, so I love this is the time to instill that inspiration and that determination in them now. I love that. It's fantastic, and it's a great way for us to be able to do it for our kids as well because of your hard work. It's great to have you, Charisse. Enjoy your
Charisse,
time.
congrats.
so
Way to
much.
go.
You're coming back soon.
Thank you.
We'll save you a mask.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, Sean and JJ, so much. I'm just very honored. Thank you so much.
Well, we're very happy to
Ciao,
have you.
Bella.
Ciao, Bella. Very nice. Very good.
Ciao.
I love that. Love that. We can just talk to Italy now. That's that great.
It's amazing.
Princess Heart and Penny D. .company.site right there on your screen if you want to go and check out more about the books. Charisse Williams, proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.